just a little tip. If you come to Sinai Airport, there's a place called Chutney and Chive, which is very small. It's only 3 and a bit tables. It's really good. We were shocked how good it was when we came here last time. So we've made a beeline to come here again. And yeah, we're off on our travels, off to Jakarta today with Rafti Nana. Having to go to KL for every flight is a whole day wasted. And having to go to Singapore is just a pain, having to cross that border every time. This is the way to do it, fly locally, even if we have to go from here via KL, which happens with a lot of flights. Today it's a direct flight straight to Jakarta. So the food has arrived. We got pani puri, which is like do-it-your-own pani puri. And then I've got a what?
Vada or Vadi, is it?
A vada or vadi, which is a burgery type thing really, but it's a Indian, with a definite Indian flavour. And I don't think there's any meat in there, so it's vegetarian. So, but I've had one before and it's blooming delicious. So that's the starter. You've got something to come as well, haven't you?
I've got a dosa, which is bread.
Okay.
Hold. Crunch.
Thank you. And
Masala potato.
dosai stuffed with masala potato. So let's try my vadi or vada or whatever it's called. The bread is just like, that's like biting into a cloud. There's nothing softer in the world than that bread. That'll be a pillow. Quite mucky. Be careful, a bit stripping out. Okay, I have my first puri. Whole thing in one go. Zing.
Taste explosion, huh?
Absolutely delicious. Mango drink. I mean, usually airport food this is ridiculously good. So, we're on the plane. It's a cute little one. It's an ARJ21, whatever one of those is. It's about 25, 20, 18, 21 rows of seats, that's all. In a 3 and 2 configuration, like this. And it's cute. It's nice. It's a nice, clean, fresh.
Information flight, we will fly at altitude 35,000 feet above sea level with a distance around Johor Bahru and Jakarta around 1,020 kilometers. And we'll fly to the south, the of Singapore and Penang, and fly direct to Jakarta. And we'll take about 1 hour 30-minute flight. And we will arrive at Soekarno-Hatta Airport at 5 p.m. at local time.
There's the view out the window, plane's just hit the ground. Now we've got to go through the whole process of immigration, which is at the front and then off to the hotel. And apparently it's quite a journey, so we get there when we get there. Right, so we are in Jakarta. I'll tell you all about it later. We're in our room, very good room. This hotel I saw on another YouTuber's channel. It's called 101 Urban Jakarta Thermin, something like that. Anyway, he recommended it because it's cheap but good. Bathroom, shower, cool. There's the Mrs. Crafty Nana, and then we got nice bed. We just got in the room. The journey, although it's only a quick hop from Johor, it's a long old thing, and I'll explain it later. So, this is it. So there's a swimming pool. It's what you would call quaint. Alright, well that's big enough. Definitely could swim in there. Wow. Okay, let's have a quick look. While we're here, let's have a look at the rooftop view. You can hear the call to prayer. But look at that. It's been quite hazy when we came in. Now that is a view. Good morning. Welcome to not Johor Bahru, not even Malaysia, Indonesia. We are in Jakarta. So our first morning, I've just woken up. It's coming out to 8 o'clock. It's time for a cup of coffee. I need to find a Starbucks, basically. So that's what we're going to do. Oh my God. Okay. So I've taken you to Bangkok and showed you how dirty the river is there. At least they pull fish out of the one in Bangkok. I can only see them pulling bodies out of this. That is not clean. That is not a pleasant river. Not a good show there, Indonesia. Right. So this is our hotel behind me, 101 Urban. Jakarta Thamrin, which I think is this area. Good value, nice room for the money. It's costing us about, well, less than £30 a night. Good morning, Smat Paggy. And so I thought it looked good. I mean, it's got a swimming pool on the top, not a big one, but a nice one. It's got a restaurant on the top as well as one downstairs. So it's got a restaurant on the roof. We went to the restaurant, and unlike the guy that I watched who was raving about the food, we weren't impressed really. And it was expensive. Like, you know, you're paying for restaurant food, I suppose. So it cost us, and this is where it starts getting worrying, isn't it? Like 473,000 Indonesian rupiah. I can't get over this river, it's disgusting. Which is ridiculously expensive for here, for the food. It wasn't great food, let's be totally honest. In a minute, I'm going to look at the map and see where the nearest Starbucks is, because that's where I'm headed. I'm telling you now. But till then, let's just have a quick holes in the pavement. Look down the river. It's a bustling city. The traffic coming in last night was ridiculous. When we get to Starbucks, if there's not music playing, I'll tell you the whole process of coming from through the airport to the place we are, the centre we are, because God, it's a whole slog. Worse than any other sort of country I've been in, I think, for getting from even India, when we arrived late at night and we appeared to be going through a war zone. This was just so much more faffing around. A lot of that due to Grab. Grab, thank you. If you come to Indonesia, forget Grab. Just use Gojek. I'll tell you why later. Right, I'm going to go walking. I'll talk to you guys later. My first experience of Jakarta. This, so far, talk about culture shock. This is extreme. I've just been walking for like, I don't know, maybe an hour to get here. It's packed. The traffic is just unrelenting and mental. The heat is obscene. The rivers are, I mean, I always thought Malaysia's rivers were disgusting once in Johor. These are nothing on this. They are absolutely filth. Pure, utter filth. Right outside people's homes, just streamed full of rubbish. Obviously adding to the rubbish themselves, they're not worried about it. Not worried about the stench, not worried about the rubbish. Shocking. So, yeah, colour me shocked. It's a shithole. It's one of those weird things, isn't it? So the area we're staying at, look out, and it's all tower blocks and all sparkly and all lit up and all amazing. And on the street now, I mean, it's not awful out here, but it's going to take a lot to process this. Anyway, let's get something important. So, the process coming into Malaysia, process coming into Indonesia is not quite like other countries. Now, apparently you can do an electronic visa on arrival. I believe. So that would make probably things a little bit easier, but it's far more than that. So I'll kind of run through. First things first, when you arrive at the airport, you have to pay for a visa on arrival. That is $35 apparently, about $35. It's 500,000 Indonesian rupiah each. So that's about $35. That's the first step. Then you have to join another queue, which gets that stamped into your passport, gets you stamped in at immigration if you like. Then you have to go through another queue where, again, you can do this online before, but you still have to do it. You have to fill in on an e-machine or using your QR code a customs declaration. And then what you've got to do then is take a picture of what's on the screen and take it to the way out effectively to get it checked, scanned, and away you go. I was using this camera. Actually, I was using another camera, but on video. And so I took my photo on video, not photograph. So actually what happened is the QR code it gave me had a big triangle in the middle of it, so it wasn't readable. So then I had to go through the process of having our bags scanned. And then the people in front of us having their bags searched. And I was like, oh, God, it's just ridiculous. Just because I couldn't take a photograph, so I'm dumb. Anyway, the guy just said, carry on. So that's the first part done. And it wasn't too bad, actually. It was not long queues. It was fairly simple, fairly quick. Then you have to get from the airport to the city. Now, I've heard that you can get cars and it's like $30. It's expensive as hell to get to the city, and it can be anything between 2 to 4 hours based upon traffic. And, well, based on traffic we saw last night, ridiculous traffic. So what we decided to do was get the SkyTrain to what they call B&N City Station. So first you got to get a SkyTrain from where we came in, Terminal 3, got your SkyTrain to Terminal 1, did that. Then you go down to the train station, then you have to buy your ticket. And buying your ticket is only on a machine that I could tell. And I don't know, the only one I was at only would take card. So massively scrambling around, trying to remember my PIN number, which I never use. Eventually got that, and you can only buy a ticket 5 minutes before departure, it says. I don't know if that's true, but anyway, so we did that, which was like 15 minutes before. Then we go and sit on the train, very comfortable train. And while we're on the train, I'm trying to get Grab to work. I spoke to Grab before I came here, and they said, oh, you can't use the money that's already in your wallet. It won't automatically convert. You have to add more money when you get to Malaysia, so when you get to Indonesia. From your Malaysian card is perfectly fine, and it will convert to rupiah automatically. No, it won't. No, it won't. You can't add money. It just says you cannot use this. I mean, it wouldn't let me use my existing card to make the purchase, my Malaysian card to make the purchase. It just wouldn't let me. I mean, if there's a way, fine, but the whole thing was coming up, and it got me so ruffled and stressed that by mistake I accidentally deleted the actual card I used for my Malaysian purchases, and then when I tried to reinstall that, it wouldn't accept it. So that's good. So I decided, well, I will look at the local option, which is Gojek. And then the same thing, it's like use a BCI card or something, or BCA card. I have no idea what they're talking about. But I'd also seen it, one of the options was, I think, called Indromat or Indromet. I had no idea what one of those was either. So as we're leaving the train station to try to find a taxi rank, so we're going to have to just like risk it with a normal taxi. As we're leaving the train station, I saw a shop, and it was called Indromet. It's like a little, 7-Eleven type store. So I thought, well, that's got to be worth a go. So I went in and asked, can I charge credit Gojek here? Yes, you can. So you pay a small fee, tiny fee. Bearing in mind, I put 200,000 rupiah on, and the fee was about 1 rupee or something. It's just like, which is nothing. It's not even a speck of dust. So that was enabled me to put credit on the thing, which meant I could then order a Gojek taxi. And got in the taxi. I got in the Gojek, so I ordered it on the app. And then the ride to our hotel. I don't think it's that far. It was probably only a 25 to half an hour ride. A mass of traffic, and it's like more like driving in or being a passenger in India than it is in Bangkok or KL or Manila. Everybody drives close to each other. They're all on the horns the whole time. Like there's no space given to motorbikes or other cars, and you're literally pushing and pulling and madness. Yeah, and it is very different, very different. And the other thing is everything you see on the map looks fairly close. This place is fast. I'm going to a place called, I think it's Kota Tua. I think that's what it's called, which is like the old colonial Dutch area. It doesn't look very far on the map. Apparently it's like 35 minutes to an hour away on a car. So anyway, the Jakarta adventure begins. I'll see you later.